starting. It's going to flash. It's going to send me some notes. Oh, good. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. We in Bermuda are expecting a storm. It's Hurricane Fiona. We're expecting something about Category 3, Category 4 late tonight. So Thursday night going into Friday morning, potentially through Friday into the afternoon. So we are kind of like the houses are boarded up and all that kind of stuff. In case you're not in Bermuda, this is what's going on in Bermuda right now. We have our second storm in 2 weeks. So it's a season, and so we're very well prepared on island for things like this. So I am here actually to give you something to watch when you're not working tomorrow. So usually most Bermuda businesses will be closed the day of a storm, which is going to be tomorrow, which is Friday. Today's video is a really common complaint. It addresses a very common complaint that I get a lot in my industry, or even that I've had for my habits for the past 20 years. This is something that has come up a lot amongst conversations, so I wanted to sort of address it. The complaint is this: Agatha, eating healthy is so expensive. All right, so that's what I get a lot. Oh, eating healthy is so expensive. Oh my gosh, it costs so much to eat healthy. Eating healthy is just so expensive. You know, they call like Whole Foods, whole paycheck, and things like that. So, you know what? Eating healthy is actually, I think my grocery bill is a lot smaller than most people's grocery bill. So I wanted to share with you what I don't spend money on. So I've created a list, 35 things I don't buy, I don't spend money on. So 35 things I do not spend money on. So if this is where your money is going, then it might be something for you to consider. So if you want to post in the comment section below, if this inspired you in any way to know someone is not spending any money on these items, okay? Because that allows you to then have a budget for what you really value. So just like when I work with clients and we look at what they spend their time on, so they tell me they value health, they value fitness, they value, you know, feeling comfortable in their skin, they value their health, this is all words. When I see what someone is doing, what you spend your time on, and it shows me what you really value, okay? So, same with money. When I see your bill, it shows me what you really value. And also across the board, your spendings, across the board for your household. It shows what you really value, okay? So if you tell me I value health, I value nutrition, I want to get healthy, we need to address your spending, your expenditure. So it's one of those things. Nutrition is literally not in a vacuum. So it takes things like finances, it takes things like time, thought, all different kinds of things for you to master it. It's certainly not complicated. I can tell you it's not complicated, but if you're living a life that has you with type 2 diabetes, obesity, or you've got cholesterol or other heart issues, or other cardiovascular issues, if you've got bad skin, gut problems, you know what? It's time to prioritize this area of your life, because the more you shine light on something, the more you're going to actually excel. Where attention goes, energy flows. So it's a good thing to think about your expenditures. So let me tell you what I don't spend money on, which allows me to buy only organic meat, or only healthy grass-fed meat, grass-fed butter, nut butters, almond flour. You know, like these things, yeah, you can get regular gluten flour for, I don't even know what it costs right now, probably $6. And almond flour for a huge bag is $20, $27 if you go to the wrong store. So yeah, it seems like it's double the cost. The thing is, it's really, it's really actually a worthwhile expenditure. So let me tell you where you can cut your spending. You might look at meat and go, oh, I won't pay that for organic meat. I'll just buy regular meat, right? And like all that regular meat has all these like 22, 23 pharmaceuticals in it that you're getting alongside meat. So you're getting meat, 20 pharmaceuticals, and this animal lived what I would consider to be not humane life and very unethically was raised, in my opinion. But mostly, if that doesn't matter to you, which it should, or it really, it is really important how an animal is treated. you're eating 22 pharmaceuticals. So here's a load of pills, okay? So it's a lot going on in those things. So how can you find money to buy organic meat, to buy almond flour instead of regular flour, to buy organic pastured eggs instead of conventionally raised eggs? How do you do that? Here's 35 things that I don't spend my money on to inspire you. 1, face care products. I don't buy cleansers, toners, scrubs, like any kind of scrubs, masks, night cream, machines that go over your face. Yep, that's pretty much it. I don't buy any of that stuff. But people assume that I do, and I certainly know that those products are so expensive. So like face creams range from $10 to $175. Toners, the same, scrubs. I've been that person who spent $500 on skincare in 1 month, only to realize it's too many steps for me. I think when people see me around in town or they see photographs of me, I probably look quite what one might say high maintenance, and I certainly am a very high value woman, but to be honest, I can't be bothered to wash my face, tone my face, scrub my face, tone it again, put in moisturizer, 1 for day, 1 for night. It's just so many steps. Beauty is from the inside out, literally in your complexion, in your skin. All right. So I don't spend hundreds of dollars. I use a hand wash pump. That's the Myers Clean Day. And I put it on a reusable face cleansing cloth. It removes any makeup, and then I just lather it up on there. I wash my face with this cloth. I wash the cloth. I hang it to dry. And then I use the same moisturizer day or night. And it's a very healthy one. I order actually from the United States. I can't remember the name brand of it right now, but it's fantastic. And I wish I could remember it right now. But anyways, I just use it for my body. I use it for my face. That's it. That's it. So I don't use expensive name brand, designer cleaners for my face. None of it. So that's a huge savings. So I can buy organic food that actually make my skin legitimately beautiful. I can buy Udo's oil, which makes my skin legitimately beautiful. I can buy fish oils. I can buy salmon, right? So all of these things make your skin gorgeous and very healthy. Not just gorgeous, but healthy. So it's cosmetic and it's deeper than that, right? So I don't spend any money on face care products. Absolutely not. Waxing services. I do not spend money on waxing services. Waxing services in Bermuda are like $70 to $90, and you have to go every 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So that's really adds up throughout the year. I think it's a waste of money. I just use a hair removal cream product. And I save 50 to 90 to almost 110 if you really add, like if you add tip and stuff like that, every 3 to 4 weeks. Don't spend my money there. I used to, I don't anymore. Fast food. Generally terrible for you. It wastes a lot of money, and I don't spend any money on fast food. Okay. 4, very few restaurant meals. So I prefer my own cooking for both taste and health and finances. So all 3. For taste, health, and finances, my cooking at home is better than most restaurants. There are some restaurants that I do enjoy going to. And they usually offer these big bowls with lots of vegetables and organic pulled meat and really great quality stuff. So I would go there, but I only go maybe 15 times a year to a restaurant. I definitely eat at home and enjoy eating at home and enjoy having my homemade food because it's delicious. I have a private chefing practice, so people actually will pay for me to come in and chef up the meals that I do that are nutrient loaded, that make your body feel so good with all these superfood ingredients. So I make that for them, and then I make that for myself as well at home. So my food's pretty awesome, and I think that restaurant meals are not where I would spend my money on. I'd rather have it on food that I've chosen and cooked myself. I know what the ingredients are, and it's just a healthier way to do it. So spirits and wine, like alcohol, really that's not what I spend money on. So I don't order drinks when I go to restaurants. I might order peppermint tea or like a hibiscus tea, maybe a chamomile tea, but I don't order drinks when I go to restaurants, and that includes pop, but I definitely don't order like a wine. I would say that I order wine at a restaurant when I'm eating maybe once this year, and we're already in September. So yeah, so I just think it's a waste of money, and also I'm there to enjoy my meal, I suppose. It doesn't do it for me, so I don't spend my money there. You know, for that one glass of wine, you can buy a pack of organic drumsticks. So just saying. Also, sometimes I do gift wine or I serve it. So sometimes I serve it in my master classes. If we're cooking a meal, I serve like an organic biodynamic wine. Or I can gift wine sometimes. If I know somebody really likes like Veuve Clicquot, I will buy them a bottle of Veuve Clicquot. Or if I know that they really like Duckhorn or whatever, I'll buy that for them. And so I gift wine. I might have it in the house to serve, but that's kind of rare. So that's just a super minimum spending, like really low. I do get gifted. So sometimes when I go out to a nice hotel, I will show up and somebody who there knows me will buy a bottle of champagne. So that I will enjoy. But I certainly wouldn't buy a whole bottle of champagne it just wouldn't be, unless it was for business, but it's just really not where I'm looking to spend. Okay. Pop or any canned drinks. Now there are healthier canned drinks. I don't buy any of that. It's just, to me, it's so wasteful. In Bermuda, recycling is so minimal. So every time I see tins, we do recycle tins, but still, it's just so tin after tin after tin, so much garbage, so much recycling. I just don't buy pop at all. It's not healthy. Okay, so I don't spend any money on pop, which is actually kind of expensive. Okay, coffee, taken out or for home. So when you have energy from nutrients, you don't need coffee. It's really amazing. I used to be a coffee addict. So I grew up in Vancouver, which is just north of Seattle, where Starbucks was born. And when I was a teenager, Starbucks was really starting to pick up, and then it went full steam ahead, and I was all a part of that era. And then I had to get off of it because it was really terrible for my skin. I got cystic acne. I had near ulcers in my stomach. It's just a mess. So yeah, I don't spend any coffee. I haven't had coffee in 15 years, maybe. Okay, so no coffee. And by the way, those coffees are like $7 now. They're like $7 to $5. If I do meet someone at a cafe, I would order a cup of tea, like a lemon ginger tea or like a hibiscus tea or a peppermint tea, something like that. Okay, and also don't buy coffee for home. Great. 8, smoothies out. Okay, so you can also buy smoothies when you're out. That can also get you like $8 to $15, more like the $15 mark in Bermuda for a smoothie, one smoothie, 8 ounces. So I really love my smoothies at home. So I make the best flavors, I have the best ingredients, I have all the toppings that I want. So I don't really buy that out. Plus, you have to then go somewhere, you have to take time out of your day to, I don't as yet have an assistant who can help me grab a smoothie. So, so I don't waste my money on smoothies. So then another one, 9, pre-prepared food. Pre-sliced or tinned fruit. So I just slice my own fruit and I don't buy tinned fruit, I just buy whole regular fruit. So pre-prepared puddings, I don't buy anything like that. Pre-prepared Jell-O, I don't buy anything like that. My mom really likes those pre-prepared Jell-Os and puddings. So that's why I have it on the list. So yeah, for number 9, Mom. I don't buy any of those pre-prepared puddings. I don't buy any frozen meals, even frozen pizza. I don't buy chili in a can or soup in a can. No pre-prepared meals. I don't purchase pre-prepared meals. It's just a waste of money to me. I can put together a very healthy meal that costs less per serving, and that's how you eat healthy. A pre-prepared food is not healthy. So it's just not something that I think about. Okay, 10. What I don't spend money on, cheese, either shredded or whole cheeses or whatever. On occasion, I will buy maybe 10 times in the whole year, I'll buy feta, like a Greek sheep or goat feta. I like some goat cheese. I haven't purchased any really this year at all. So that's how infrequently. Cheese is not kept in my house. It would just mold and go bad, and it's just not good for you. Cheese is basically saturated fat and salt in my nutrition-oriented eyes. Let me just mute that. Okay. So, yeah, no cheese. Don't spend money on cheese. It's a waste of money. It's not that great for you. And other foods deliver way more calcium, like kale has way more calcium than cheese. And it's cheaper than cheese, too. So check that. For all those people who say healthy is so expensive, you can get more calcium in kale that's cheaper than cheese. And there you go. In fact, all dairy products. I don't buy sour cream. I don't buy cream cheese. I buy cream cheese to put onto carrot cakes, organic, grass-fed. It's about $7 per block. But considering I only buy it a few times a year, it's really, not that big of a dent. It's still cheaper than wine and takeout food. Okay, Number 11, pastries, cakes, squares, cookies, anything sweet that you can buy, like Oreos, pastries, cakes, tiramisu, strawberry shortcake. My mom has a sweet tooth. I can start listing off all the things she eats. Croissant that are with almonds and chocolate, fake whipped cream, desserts. Okay, none of it. I don't buy any of it. When my mom comes to visit, I'll buy her some. There's something she likes. Okay. So I don't spend any money on that. Do you know how much money you save if you don't buy like donuts, pastries, cakes, squares, and cookies over the course of the year? It's actually quite a savings. Okay, 12, I don't overbuy groceries. So overbuying groceries, I see it all the time when I'm at the grocery store. I go in with a list and I'm laser focused. I have my list and I'm laser focused. I either write a list on a legal pad or I have the list on my phone with the little, in my notes section, which has my notes app, and then it has little check marks. I can just tick it off, and it draws this really satisfying line across the item. It's like, I really like it. So that ensures I don't overbuy groceries. So it also doesn't waste any time. So when I'm laser lucid focused and I have a list, I don't waste any time. I don't waste any money. I know what I'm going for. I'm not an impulse shopper. Generally, I'm not impressed with much, you know, like you can put a whole bunch of all the Easter stuff and I just walk right by. It just doesn't even faze me because I know this is not, I don't know, it's like no appetite for it, no interest in it. It's not going to boost my immunity. It's not going to boost my health. It's not going to boost my skin. It's not going to boost my anything, you know, it's just sugar. Okay. So no pastries, cakes, squares, or cookies. Save a lot of money over the course of the year not buying those. Again, I bake homemade carrot cake, 4 cups of carrots in it with almond flour. And yeah, it's expensive to make that cake. It's a lot more expensive than most things that you can buy cheap Oreos for, I don't know how much they cost now. So, but the nutrition's amazing. It boosts your internal health and your external health and your complexion, all of it. And it just gives you like it's a great source of protein. It's a great source of carrots. It's just incredible. So so I will make an expensive to bake cake rather than buying a whole bunch. Like on occasion I'll make this cake maybe like once a quarter or twice a quarter, and then like every 2 months I'll make this cake, or maybe every 3 months, and then instead of buying frequent of these smaller types of junk food or overbuying groceries or impulse buying. Where was I? 13, I don't spend any money on plastic water bottles or single-use bottles except in an emergency. So for a hurricane or if my water is undrinkable, I will purchase water. But buying plastic water is a waste of money. You can get a really great water filtration system at home and just work with that. Use your glasses to drink it in. And it's so bad for the environment. Single-use plastic is horrendous for the environment. You know, it's a great idea for a business because it makes so much profit, but it's horrendous for the environment. And so I can't participate in, so I swim in the ocean every single day. I am always in nature, not always in nature. I am in nature for an hour and a half every single day in and day out, unless I'm like on a flight or there's a ton of stuff, fires that need fighting kind of a thing. Then it'd be at least 20 minutes. But when you go into nature, you start to realize how wasteful a lot of stuff is, consumer goods. So plastic water bottles, waste of money. Don't spend your money there unless it's an emergency or perhaps if you're having an event. And even still, if you can come up with a better idea, like at the spa where you have beautiful glass containers with water and floating fruit in it and people can just serve themselves, way classier than here's a plastic water bottle. Right? And way better for the environment. So I'm pro that kind of a thing. Super classy. 14. I don't spend money on one-purpose kitchen tools. I never have owned a rice cooker. Never. I can cook rice in a pot. I buy a pot. It's multi-purpose. I can make soup. I can make pasta. I can make a stew. I can make so many things in a pot, including rice. I don't need a rice cooker. So I think that rice cookers are a waste of money. Air fryers. People love them. I'm so glad that you guys are using them. I just think it's just not for me. It's just I call it contraptions. And I see it as a waste of money. I don't really think of a budget needing to go to that. I would rather spend it on the food quality that I'm going to eat. Great. I also don't have one of those, what do you call them, where you plug it in, and it's like a container that you can leave things for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours, and it cooks really slowly, like a slow cooker thing. I don't have one of those. Okay, 15, I don't spend money on shaving cream. I just use a really excellent Dr. Bronner's soap, very healthy ingredients, and it has an excellent lather, and I've been shaving with that for 10 years. Prior to that, I had a different brand, so probably been doing this for 15 years. I don't remember the last time that I used shaving cream. I was definitely a teenager. It's a waste of money, shaving cream. Okay, 16, dryer sheets and fabric softener. I don't buy dryer sheets. I don't use fabric softener. So if you get static, just don't over dry your clothes. Just pull it out before it gets over dry. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't use dryer sheets or fabric softener. I've really never done that. My mom did that when I was growing up, and I don't know, it was, years and years and decades ago, and I would get like a body rash from, now we understand that the chemicals, the dyes, the fragrances, the artificial things can cause skin reactions. So I used to get that. So from that young age, I was like, no, you put the dryer sheets in my thing. Oh my gosh, right? Like, so yeah, I was turned off of dryer sheets forever. I think they're a complete waste of money. And fabric softener, I don't get it. So yeah, don't spend any money on that. I don't over dry my clothes. Okay, 17, I don't spend any money on scented room sprays or wall plugs. They're full of a lot of toxic stuff. So when you're used to, I have a reusable, you put water in it and you put essential oil drops into it. So I have that, and that will bring beautiful, healthy essential oil aromas into your room if that's what you like. I used to do that in the office with peppermint only. Don't do anything offensive or too much in an office. Peppermint is lovely. They think it's tea and everyone's happy. You can breathe so well with peppermint in the room, right? They feel like, oh, I'm so relaxed when I come into your office, right? I used to have that at the law firm. Okay, so that's healthy. It's not also contributing to the ill health of others, because they're going to be inhaling it too. So if you're going to be plugging in like those plugins, and they have like apple cinnamon scent, but also know that these are offensive to a lot of people, not because they don't like the smell of apple cinnamon, but there's some toxins in there that literally make us like, I need to leave the room. I can't breathe in here. I just feel horrible. There's something wrong. There are toxins in those things that are really bad. So I don't use any of them. No scented room sprays. I used to, probably last time I did that when I was 17 to 19, and then no more. Okay, 18, subscriptions. I have hardly any. I have 4 subscriptions: Spotify, Netflix, Audible, and YouTube Premium. That's it. I know people who have so many subscriptions. So first of all, it's a time suck. I use these quite educationally. Audible is a audiobook platform. And so that's where I do my reading. I get through about one book a week by having someone read it to me. I love it. Okay, and YouTube Premium, again, that's educational. I really follow a lot of educational content. Netflix, I do actually use that for entertainment. And Spotify, I'm a music person. I have lists for all my master classes on Spotify and also on YouTube Premium. Anyways, I only have 4, all of which are mostly business related, to be honest. And okay, subscription. So people have way more than that. I wouldn't spend much more money than that. 19, fast fashion and trendy clothes. I buy timeless and classic pieces that will last me longer. You might have seen the video from, wow, this is probably months ago, where I have clothes from when I was 15 and 16. Can you believe it? Excellent quality, beautiful, timeless pieces that don't say anything about the era that they were purchased in. They are just timeless and classic, and I love them. So, I hold on to them for forever. So I buy something more that fits my body. I always have a tailor. The tailor will help bring everything in where it needs to be brought in, and so it looks like it was tailor made for me, or like a bespoke piece. People always say, wow, like, where did you get, and so that's the most important thing. And fast fashion, trendy clothes, it's so disposable. Again, you're not thinking about the environment. You're going to be done with it next season, next year. You're going to be tossing it out, or hopefully it'll be reused and repurposed, and in that whole cycle of in the thrift scene. So hopefully that, but it's just so wasteful, gladiator sandals, like it's not like a classic black pump or a classic yellow pump. A gladiator sandal, it's so limited, right? Like you really gotta, it's like this season is this long, right? So, okay, so I don't waste money on trendy clothes or fast fashion, no way. Okay, 20, I don't waste money on costume jewelry or watches or like fake jewelry. Or I rarely buy jewelry. I love some pieces of jewelry, but I'm like the kind of person where I have, let me see, I did an inventory. I have 4 sets of earrings, 2 of which are pearl, and the other 2 are gold. So 3 rings, 2 anklets, and 2 bracelets. That's my selection of jewelry. And it suits me just fine. I love these pieces, and so I don't buy money on fake or costume jewelry or watches. Okay, great. It's just so much like, to look polished, to look elegant, to look sophisticated, to look even wealthy, one might say, right? Is not to have so much going on and bling and bling and bling and bling and bling on your nails and like literally on your nails and bling, 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 bling on your shoes. No, right? So there's a saying that goes, money yells and wealth whispers. Money yells and wealth whispers. Or money screams and wealth whispers. Okay, so it's not necessary to have all this accessories, done up to done up to done up. It just starts to take you in the wrong direction in your overall appearance, in my opinion. Okay? So it's also a waste of money. Okay, so I don't waste money there. Purses. I have 4 purses. My 4 purses work great. Don't need any more until these ones are ready to have their replacements. And then I throw the one out and I bring one in. I don't keep the duplicates and whatever. So purses, okay, and don't spend a lot of money on purses. All right, I have nice ones, 4 nice ones, but not 20, mediocre, a whole bunch of purses just junking up your closet. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, 22, I don't spend money on sunglasses. I have 1 pair of sunglasses I've had for 8 or 9 years now, and they're a classic shape, they're a classic brand, and I love them, and I haven't lost them in the water, and I haven't lost them any whichwhere. So yeah, I don't spend money on sunglasses. I don't get a new pair every single season. I see some I like and I go, what a nice pair of sunglasses, I'm gonna get that. And then I get distracted, I get busy, 2 weeks go by, I realize I don't really need it. It's not something that I really want to spend my money on. And glasses, you can get a average pair for like 100, you can get a nice pair for 500, you can get a great pair for 1,000, or you can get a great pair in all those price ranges as well, but it can be up to $1,000 or more, right? So I don't really spend money on that. I have a beautiful pair of sunglasses. It matches nice classic outfits, casual outfits. That's what I kind of need. Okay, then you don't have to go shopping all the time. It's such a time saver. You just get a classic, beautiful, well-made, solid brand one and go with it for as long as you can. That's my theory. I don't spend money on sunglasses so I can have great organic food to eat. 23, I don't get my nails done. I've probably got my nails done twice in my entire lifetime, and I've never bought a pedicure. I go to the podiatrist and make sure that my feet are always so healthy and they look so lovely, but I don't get pedicures and stuff like that. I think it's an incredible waste of money. It's like $110 for a mani-pedi in Bermuda. That's like US dollars. So in Canada, that'd be like $150. And then people go every 4 weeks or 3 weeks. It's a repeat silly expenditure. That you can really get great food and have beautiful healthy nails because of the nutrients that you're eating, and beautiful clean skin, and everything would be so healthy in your body because you didn't pay for the manicure and the pedi. So I don't really do that. Literally, I've got a pedicure twice a manicure twice in my life, pedicure never. Except for when I go to the podiatrist, they take very good care of the health of my feet, making sure every part of my foot looks like a newborn baby. It's so great. So, and my nails always look classic. You can't see in this light too well. Classic, sometimes it's a pink finish, sometimes just a nail strengthener. I have very strong nails that always look professional, never with these lots of colors and different jewelry on it and stuff like that. Just professional, short, clean, and feminine. That's what is necessary. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that. Okay, 24. I don't spend any money on chips and snacks. I skip that entire aisle of the store. So there's a whole aisle with chips, snacks, chocolate bars, and all of that stuff. I just walk right by. I don't even go, oh, I want to be in that aisle. I just walk right by. It's just a waste of money, a waste of time. There's so much competition in that area. It's such a saturated market that you actually have so much to choose from. And so you waste your time sitting there going, what am I going to pick? And then I like read all the backs if I was to go down there. A client of mine was like, what's healthy here? And he's like, we walk past this aisle. It's a total waste of money. Like, what are you actually purchasing for yourself? Is it investment in yourself? No. Is it investment in your health? No. It's a snack. So what you should do is consider why you're snacking. Why are you snacking, right? You could take that money and buy really great, delicious, wholesome, nutritious, nutrient-loaded, like cell-optimizing, health-optimizing food, but you're buying snacks. So that's something to think about. I don't waste any money in that aisle. Like, wow, for 20 years. I remember when I was 20, I was like in charge of snacks for camping. I said, I don't really eat snacks. Put me in charge of something else. Okay, 25. I don't buy any dog toys. So I don't buy dog toys because my dog loves walks. And I think dog toys are a bit silly. My dog gets so much affection, so much training, so much love, so much attention. She gets walks, adventures, because I'm so adventurous. I like a dog that's short-haired and muscular, so we can get going and of a certain height so that they can keep up with me. And then we can go do an adventure. We can go to the nature reserve. We can go in the ocean. We can swim together. We can go on the rocky beaches. We can go in the cliffs. We have so much adventures that like the thought of like her needing a chew toy is ridiculous, right? So I don't buy any dog toys. She has 2 balls that she's had for so long, and we just toss the ball on occasion because she enjoys the game of toss the ball in the yard. Okay, so that's great. No dog toys. No. 26, I don't buy tablets. So don't buy tablets. Those are quite expensive, and I just don't need them. So, okay, 27, lots of shoes. I don't buy lots of shoes. People probably think I buy lots of shoes, but I don't. I buy classic shoes. Like, I'm going to wear this for years, and that's why I bought it. So, like, what do I have? Black pump, red pump, a blue pump, yellow pump. So the pumps are heels, like a nice heel, classic heel, that's all solid. It has a back to it, has a front to it. And like it's not a sling back or anything like that, not a wedge. Wedges you can't use as much, right? Wedges are only for the summer. You can't always match it for the office or for professionals. So just a classic pump, right? And then a couple of shoes for evening wear, and then runners, and I have quite a few flip-flops because I live close to the beach, but like 3 pairs. Great. I don't buy lots of shoes. Okay, 28. And they're all comfortable. I will not buy uncomfortable shoes anymore. I think I ditched that when I was 19. Like, that's not happening anymore. 28, I don't buy cable. I don't have TV channels. I haven't had TV in my whole entire adult life. I just thought it was such a waste of money. It's such a time suck. I've always been like a hyper action-oriented person. So sitting down to watch TV just seemed like it wasn't going to get me anywhere in life. So I didn't really choose to do that. So I don't have cable. 29, blow dries at the salon. Yeah, don't get a blow dry at the salon forever. I go to the salon, they trim my hair, and occasionally I'll get a cut that's something different. Oh, messed my hair up. And so I don't get a blow dry. When they're done, I walk out with wet hair. Because truth is, a blow dry leaves your hair looking fantastic. It's true. But if you're just about to go for a swim in the ocean, what's the point? If you swim in the ocean the next morning and you're already at the end of that day, so you're just going to be at the evening and you just have like this blow dry, it's no point. And the blow dry adds additional $60 in Bermuda to your bill. So if you do something like a cut and it's like 45 and then you add like 65, you're at like 100, 110, and then you got a tip because they do an excellent job and people wash your hair really, they do the massage. So you're at 120 with the blow dry, whereas I'm like 45 for me with walking out with wet hair. So because I want to take care of my hair and the health of my hair, it's important to go to the salon. I don't know how to cut my own hair. My sister can do that, so there's a way that you can save more money. But I do go to the salon, but I don't spend money on the blow dry. 30 is also about the salon, so I don't spend money on highlights and haircuts. I don't really do like, oh, I want, right, this month I want, like a layered, or this month I want this. I have a classic look. It looks good in a bun. It looks good down. It looks good when I curl it. It looks good when I have it in a ponytail. And I found short hair to be too high maintenance. I had a cute bob, and I really love bobs. I had bangs and a bob like 10 years ago. And it was so cute, and I loved it. But oh my goodness, you have to be back there to keep it short, keep it sharp, keep the bangs. Whoa, way too much maintenance. So I can't. Long hair is so low maintenance. If it grows 2 inches, that's fine. Right? You just want to make sure it's healthy and healthy looking. So, and highlights, I don't get highlights. This is just what happened to my hair in the sun. I'm actually a very dark brunette, except for in Bermuda for 10 years now. It's a lot lighter. Okay, so no highlights and haircuts, like frequent, like trims, yeah. Okay. 31 perfumes. I have one perfume. I've had the same perfume. It was gifted to me from one of my best friends since grade 5. Her name is Mindy. And Mindy gifted me this perfume, and I loved it. It was so me. I've been wearing that same scent. It's like my signature scent for all these years. I just buy the one. It's not inexpensive, but I just have the one. And I don't have 5 perfumes. I have one lovely quality perfume. That's it. I don't buy more perfumes. Great. 32, ice cream and frozen treats. I don't buy any ice cream at all. Frozen treats, not at all. I make my own smoothie that tastes like ice cream, so that's where I spend my money there. Okay, so ice cream and frozen treats. I make my own. I don't buy Haagen-Dazs. I literally don't remember if I ever bought Haagen-Dazs, but I probably have, as a teenager. Okay, 33, paper books, if I can get it on Audible. I love to read. I've written a book. I love to read. I've had a whole career, 20 years I spent working in libraries, serving the public, serving the university students, serving the government, serving a government policy library. I was in the United Nations doing an internship at the Dag Hammarskjöld Library and Information Center. I worked in legal firms for 10 years, over 10 years, in libraries. I love books. But I don't love the space they take. And when you move countries, I've lived in Singapore, I've lived in Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada, in Vancouver, I've lived in not at the United Nations, in New York while I was doing my internship, then in Bermuda, then I'm just about to go traveling. Carrying around my bookshelf, it just made no sense. When Audible came out with audiobooks that you have your whole library on your phone and on your laptop, because you log in and your library's there and you can listen to someone read it, and it doesn't leave a footprint. It's not like something I have to box up and move from house to house to house to house to house. What a amazing thing. So I rarely buy paper books anymore. I buy paper books for gifts, so you can inscribe in the beginning, dearest I'm just drawing a blank for it, sorry, dearest Becky, and you write a little private note, and then, much love, enjoy the book, Agatha, right? So you always I love that. I love to receive books, but to be honest, I would prefer to receive a gift audiobook on Audible. Okay, so paper books, I don't spend much money, really, almost no money on that anymore. 34, okay, blow dryers, hair straighteners, curling irons, and other things like that, or special combs. I have a comb. I don't have a hair dryer. I don't blow dry my hair. I used to have a hair dryer in Vancouver, but in Bermuda, I just didn't bother. It takes so much time. Again, time is money. Time is valuable. Time is something you can be just doing your gifts with. You could be, spending incredible moments with the people that you care about, that you love, and you're sitting there drying your hair. Do you know how much hair I have? It's too much. So I will actually wear it wet in a bun. I've mastered it. Or a braid. I've mastered it. So I don't mind that it's wet. And I've really figured it out how to get it to just where it's dry enough that it doesn't drip all the time on my back. And I'm good to go. By the afternoon, I let it go. It's dry naturally, and it has curls in it from being in a bun. Fantastic. Or in a braid. Love it. I don't blow dry my hair. I don't waste the time or the money. I don't have hair straighteners, curling irons. None of it. Okay. 35, I don't own a vacuum. You guys must be wondering what I actually have. Right? I don't have a vacuum. In Bermuda, it's mostly tile floors, like actual tile floors. And in Vancouver, because carpets in Bermuda would collect mold and dust so quickly, and the smell and the allergies, it would be so gross. So some houses still have it, and it just would be too much maintenance for me. You'd have to turn on the AC all the time. It's just so much work. So much money on AC, which we burn diesel to get energy on this island, so you're also contributing to the, all these fossil fuels. It's just a horrible situation. So it's not like we have solar power and then you can just run the AC all the time and not have an impact on the environment, so nah, and it's really expensive to use the electricity here. So anyways, I've never had carpet in a house, so it's been great in Bermuda. All tile floors. I don't need a vacuum because I can just sweep. A sweeper, what are they called? Oh my gosh. Sorry guys. A broom is like $7 and you can just sweep, and then you can just mop. So sweep and mop. And in Vancouver, more and more places, and my place in Vancouver has those floating floors, those German engineered. They look like hardwood, but they're way better than hardwood, because hardwood, you walk in a heel. I used to have real hardwood, cherry hardwood or whatever, it was some fancy hardwood. It was so annoying. It scratched it immediately. Like you drop a penny on it or you drop a nickel on it and you have a ding in your floor, right? So you couldn't have animals. It's so horrible. It's so high maintenance. Real hardwood, it's just so soft, it's so delicate, right? So these German engineered, I'm so happy with the new one that I have in my place in Vancouver. It's just, so again, you don't need a vacuum. Why would you need a vacuum for a floor like that? You can just sweep and mop, right? So I do pay for cleaning services, so I don't enjoy cleaning. So that is something that I would use my budget for, because again, saves me time. Then I can use my time towards my gifts, my clients, my purpose, my family, my loved ones, my self-care, right? So so it buys me time. That's it. 35 things that I don't spend money on. I hope that this has actually opened your guys' eyes to see how you can most definitely afford organic food and healthy food where it's not organic. So you don't have to buy organic everything, just the meats really, and a few of the dirty dozen foods. It's nice to know that you can buy whole foods that are so healthy and never have to complain again about how healthy food is so expensive or eating healthy is so expensive. You know what's expensive is the medications that you have to take later when you're sick. You know what's expensive is your healthcare bill later on when you're sick. I am never sick. I'm literally never sick. I'm 40 years old. I have not been sick in so long. I take zero medication. So if I'm the first person that you've ever met, other than a child, who takes zero medications, I literally take zero medications. Zero. None. None. No medications. No any kind of medications. So know that that's possible. Know that Agatha is someone now in your circle that you know who doesn't take any medications. So that's what's expensive later down the road. Your healthcare costs, all of the, the time you lose being sick. Oh my gosh, it's really worth it. Prevention, what is it? Like an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Spending the money on foods that prevent illnesses, that keep you healthy, that give you energy, that give you a profound sense of well-being, right? That's really like radical nowadays, right? No medications, guys. It's something that's worth all the cure later, right? So an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? Think about that. So, wow, 43 minutes in. So hope this has inspired you. Enjoy. Listen to it again if you want to. Again, these are 35 things I do not spend money on. Stay safe in the hurricane to everyone in Bermuda, and I will see you guys soon. Oh, hey, you made it to the end of this video. Well, I have a lot more that you are going to love, so be sure to click through the next video. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and smash that notification icon so you always know what's happening. This is Agatha for Fueled, and I will see you in the next video.